today. Welcome back, and thank you for coming back to Future of Rwanda. We're really happy to have you here again, and I hope we can have a good session again today. Today we'll be covering um, Google search and YouTube for our two main topics. But before we do that, I'm going to start by showing you the homework you did last class. So I just want to share my screen and show you that I received your emails. So first you can see this is my the LIM Julia account, and I was able to receive all 8 of your emails. So that's great. Another email, the I love Lim email, I also received 8 emails, so that was also fantastic. And finally, for the JLIM7321 email, I also was able to receive all of your emails. So I just wanted to say great job, and yeah, you guys all successfully completed the homework, which is amazing. And I hope that you were also able to finish the do some typing practice as well, because we'll be doing a lot of typing today, and it's a lot easier when you're more fluent. So our next topic is going to be Google search. So I'll pass the mic to Esther so she can teach you about that.
Can everybody hear me? Well, yeah. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, so we're gonna be going over Google search. And can everybody see my screen well? You guys can see my screen? Right, awesome. So, how to use Google search, a beginner's guide. So within Google search, we're gonna go over mastering search, going over Google Translate. It's like, it's translation, how to implement translation using Google search, domain specific and image search. Okay. So just going over like the basic usage, your first step that you do when using Google search is you open Google in your browser. And the second thing you do is you type in your search term, which is your keyword, and you hit enter. So, for example, when typing Rwanda report 2024, then it will give you specific reports and articles about Rwanda in 2024. So, best practice tips, just giving you some tips. You can use essential keywords only, like extra words can lead to irrelevant results. So, only use words that you need for you to get that specific search that you need, and be specific. Instead of food, try like healthy lunch recipes for beginners, that's an example. And then use natural language for questions like what is the weather in Los Angeles, something like that. So let me show you guys an example of how this can be done. So oh yeah, and I'll pause for just a second. Oh, you guys can't see my screen. Yeah, so you guys should be able to see my screen now. Okay. Okay, that's fine. A little bit. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, now you guys should be able to see my screen. So, so showing you guys an example, when you open a new tab, so for me, if I open a new tab and I go to Google, like this is my new tab, right? In my new tab, I can just say, I can search up whatever. So, if I search up like Rwanda 2024, right? So notice how I'm being specific. I put Rwanda as the name of the place that I want to, search for. And then 2024, I search the year of the specific, place and year I want to search for, and I click enter. And enter is on your keyboard, like towards the right. And if you enter it, then it gives you all of this information. So that is how you basically use, the basics of Google search. And let me pause for 1 second. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Okay. I'm gonna say it's good right now. All right. Awesome. So, so that's just how you use, that's like a basic of how to use Google search. You type whatever, being specific, and then you click enter. Okay. So when this is more advanced search and it's just getting a little bit specific. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be another class like session regarding just Google Translate. But just to get to an advanced search, I'm just going to use Translate as an example. So using translation and advanced search. So translation, for websites in other languages, look for translate this page next to search results. So notice how I have this example right here. So if I say searching for Rwanda, report might show foreign language sources. So when you click translate to read them in English, then it's going to do that for you in English. So for example, in this case, when you have translate hello to Rwanda, right? That's your Google search, right? And whatever is in this like space, if you just see this space, of, there's this search bar right next to it. So whatever you see here, this is the search bar. And when you search translate hello to Rwanda, and then you put your specific language that you want to translate hello to, which is Swahili in this case, then if you say translate hello to Rwanda / Swahili, then it's going to translate hello into Swahili, which is habari. I don't know if I said that right, but something like that. So, so that's how you can use translate, which is another version of search that you can implement in Google search. It's a much more advanced way of searching. But if I give you some tips on advanced search, you can place quotes around phrases for exact matches. This can kind of be important. Most of the times it recognizes on Google search, but notice how I said from first slide to be very specific. So being the most specific you can, it's the best. And exclude terms by adding a minus sign. So this is one thing that is pretty commonly used. So when you exclude terms by adding a minus sign, you can say you can, instead of writing except right on your Google search bar, rather than writing except word for word, if you type your dash, which is your minus sign, then that does that for you. So exclude terms by adding a minus sign. And then use define, right? Define before a word to quickly get definitions. So to quickly get definitions, let me talk a little slower. So, if you want to quickly define definitions, get definition for words such as hello or, like apple, whatever that is. If you want to define that before a word to quickly get definitions, then you can use the word define. That's like a keyword. And other than define, same thing works for translate. So if you look at this example right here on the side, you have translate and then hello to Rwanda. So notice how I'm using like those specific keywords for me to translate. So let me pause here for a second for any questions or for you guys to just understand a little bit, quickly understand. All right. So if there are no questions, I'll be moving on to the next slide. And it just kind of builds up. So we're still on the advanced search. Oh, and I might have made a little typo here, but it's not Swahili. It's like, yeah, sorry. My bad. Yeah. Okay. So there's also domain-specific search. So what that is, I'll quickly explain what domain-specific search is. So how to use. So to focus on sites from specific domains, use site, followed by domain. So example, typing online learning site .edu limits results to educational institutions like universities. And common domains are .edu for educational sites, .gov for government, and .org for nonprofits. So these are what we use. It's called domains, and these specific domains allows us to get to specific sites that we want to. So looking at this example on the right of my screen, when you search on the Google search, online learning site .edu, it gets to a page where it provides you with all the educational institutions. So if you see here, you have like Fordham University, Santa Monica College, Harvard University, Stanford, blah, 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 right? So it's all these colleges that come along when you have .edu, and then it's going to be a whole bunch of like government related stuff when you do .gov, and when you have .org, it's just going to have a whole bunch of like nonprofits. So those are called specific domain search. So when you want to get to some sites that you want to like specifically focus on, then you should use specific domains. And then to access more credible, specialized sources relevant to your search, you can that's an advantage you have when you use domain specific search. That's an advantage you can have to access more credible, specialized sources relevant to your search. It's just faster, more convenient, faster to type, shorter to type. So yeah, so far we learned domain specific search, how to translate or how to use advanced search, such as like using keywords like define or translate, whatever, and then to be specific with our search. So we have image search, and this is also very widely used. So step one, so you go to Google Images by selecting images from Google's homepage. So this is also part of step one, but I guess I didn't really include it. So basically, first and foremost is always to type what you want to search for. So you type on the search bar, like animal image, like this example. So when you search up animal image, it's going to take you to this page of all. So let me show you that here. So in my search bar, if I say animal image, if I enter that, it's going to take me to this page. And if you look closely here, it says all, right? But Step 1 says go to Google Images by selecting images from Google's home page. So home page is talking about this default page that it takes you when you type a Google search, which is the all section. But if you want to get to specific images, from here you click on the section that's on to the right, which is images. You see images here. So if you click on this, then it's going to give you only images of related to your search. So I said animal, so it's going to give you a whole bunch of images of animals. And then also notice how on the Google search I wrote animal image, but let's say I put just animal, right? It wouldn't make any difference because although you do have to be specific with your search because you're going to a separate section where it has images, despite you putting animal images or just animal and then going to images, it's like the same thing. So if you're looking for images, videos, news, shopping, like all these stuff that are here, then you basically don't have to type the keyword. Like you don't have to say animal videos, animal image, animal news, so on and so forth, because you have the section there. And then after you enter keywords related to the image you're looking for, use tools size large to filter your high resolution images. So basically from here, it gets a little bit more like complex. So when you have images here, you see how on the top you see the tools. So if you click on tools, it's going to turn blue and it's going to have this another category like below, and here you can type whatever. So this is where you can make it even more specific. So size, you can make it large, medium, icon, color. So you're adding more conditions or you're being more specific with your search. So that's what tools does. Yeah, but for now, that's not too important. It's mainly just the image searching. So be comfortable with searching on Google, the search bar. And then I can give you like a pro tip, I guess. So as a pro tip, use image search filters like color, usage rights, or type, clip art, or photo to refine further. So this is all talking about the tools. I'll give you guys a moment too. So hopefully you're a little bit more familiar with searching now, like the basics of searching. All right. So I think I already went a little bit over this, but when you search something, right, on your Google search, you can access image on this side, on this top category, but same applies for all these other categories. And we're going to dive into two more of those categories. So searching for news and videos. So how to access news and videos is you use news or videos tabs in Google search to get specific types of content. And why it's useful, news is updated frequently and provides the latest information on current events. So if you see here, if you click on news, then it's going to be like the kind of news where, it's going to be news that have been updated frequently. So I guess this is kind of like a big thing in our area, but like if I search up California fire, then if I go to news, then there's like current news. So 3 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 4 hours ago, so something like that. And it gets updated very frequently, so it provides you the latest information. Um, and then videos give visual explanations and are ideal for tutorials, documentaries, and real time events. So videos also do the same thing. If you go to the section here and go to videos, then it's going to give you a whole bunch of videos. So some of the videos are news, because some of the news are like in videos. Most are like news, like articles, but some are also videos. So some might repeat, but here is just videos. Okay. Yeah, and feel free to ask me and stop me anytime during the lecture. So looking at another example, searching Rwanda economic growth 2024. And then if I go to under news, it's going to bring recent articles about economic growth in Rwanda in 2024. And while Rwanda culture under videos yields documentaries and related content. So if you go to videos, then it's going to provide you with like documentaries and other, video content, right? Under videos. So the two things are a bit different. And then of course, images we just went over. It gives you just images. So if I go to here, if I go to images, it's just going to have a whole bunch of like fire images. Okay. um, and I did go a bit like, yeah. So let me know if you guys need more time. Yeah, I'll give you guys 5 minutes. And just let me know when you guys are free to go. And then if the teachers could join our Discord, um, that would be awesome. Yeah, if the teachers could join Discord. Yeah, if all teachers could join Discord, because that's where all you're gonna be given all the access to lecture notes, and you can ask questions, and you can also communicate with us. All right, are you guys ready? All right, and just another thing. Oh, I know you guys are not like ready yet. I guess just to add on, um, just to add on, like if you can also like create tabs. So if you go here, you can also create when you create a tab. If you see like on the top of your tab, I guess you can't really see it on my screen. But let me just get some of that. So notice how I have like two of these like stuff, right? And one is called Google Search, and this is the slideshow that I'm sharing with you guys. And this is like another Google search, like let's just say like California fire. So something like that. So these are called tabs, like these big blocks, and it kind of changes depending on what browser you're using, whether it's Google, Safari, Firefox, I don't know, whatever. But um, from there, you can switch tabs by just clicking the other tab, and like I said, these are called tabs, and then you can just exit it when you're done using them. Just some other things I just want to share. Um, and to search books, I think that was one of the question. Um, like if you want to access specific books, like you can type the title of the book. But if you want just like search of like if I'm being specific, like a title of a book, let's just say like Harry Potter, um, book, right? Harry Potter book. So notice how I'm putting the title of this book and then that it's a book. And if I just enter, then it's going to give you the information about the book. It's like the same thing with like translate or searching for population of Rwanda in 2024 or whatever. It's all the same thing. So how it works is all the same. And just in the search bar, you search up whatever you want to know or whatever you need to know. Um, and you have it here. So notice how if you search up books, it's going to give you like recommendation for what to read and a Wikipedia like telling you information about this book. So it's going to tell you all this information about it. And if you want the image of the book, like I said, you guys can go to this category up here, and then shopping, news, videos, these separate categories. And on these search bars, it's like you can type anything. For example, if you need to do math, like you can also do like 1 + 1. Then it's going to tell you like um, it goes to this calculator. Or you could also type calculator and it will go to a calculator. Um, there's a lot of big stuff in um, Google search. And yeah, you could also do title PDF. Yeah. Um, yeah, just let me know when I can move on. Yeah, can we, let me know if you guys can move on. Okay, awesome. So, um, just like the last bit of topic that we're going to go over is analyzing search results for credibility and relevance. So it sounds a bit like complex, but it really isn't. So when you step one is to look at the URL. So government sites.gov, education sites are .edu, and established news sources are generally credible. So and this check step two is to check the publication date, ensure information is current if it's relevant, like news, tech topics, like I showed earlier. And then step three, read the summary to make sure it aligns with what you're looking for. So this is like seeing if the search, whatever you searched, like let's say we searched, like earlier we searched Harry Potter book. Someone asked about like how do you search book. So if you search Harry Potter book and you go to like the news about Harry Potter, some may not be accurate or credible. So you to check if they're credible, you can check their publication date, you can check their URL, and you can check the summary. So I guess that doesn't really relate to Google search, but that's just like a little tip. But other than that, I want us to perhaps go over this quiz together. So it's just going to be about what we learned today. It's like the little things that we went over. So I mentioned it, but it's going to be like things that I mentioned like once. So it may be a little bit difficult, but um, yeah, we'll try this together. So let me know. So in the Q&A chat, if you guys can type your answers, or if not, honestly, I can just go through it. But if you guys can like participate, that would be awesome. If not, that's okay too. So first question here is, in Google, how do you phrase your search if you want to exclude a certain word from your results? For example, you want to exclude the word chocolate from dessert. How do you do it? And I mentioned this briefly, that you can just type this rather than saying exclude or accept or whatever. And I don't think anyone can. I don't know. You guys can type in the Q&A chat, or I'll give you guys a moment to think about it. So, to exclude a certain word, I did not mention that it was an exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is like, I think they were talking about like code or something, but exclamation mark is used only in code, so that probably wouldn't be it. Yeah, so I guess that was like a hint. So if you guys can maybe choose from one of the three answers that I have, except exclamation mark. Right. While we wait for answers, I'll give another hint. So we don't right here it says desert, not chocolate, right? And I said that we can use something else rather than using this word exclude, and the word that is something else is not. And we do not use a word actually to depict whatever we want to exclude. So it wouldn't be these two, the exclamation mark or the not. It wouldn't be them. So so I'll just tell you guys the answer. So here the answer will be dash. So this dash means that it's going to exclude. And if we go back to this search, I mentioned it right here, advanced search types exclude terms by adding a minus sign, right? So you could exclude terms by adding a minus sign. And that is what we do. And if we submit that, that should be correct. Okay, awesome. Which feature is shown in this image? This is also something I mentioned very, very briefly. Very briefly. And honestly, if you guys just look at these few words, there's only one of these that I mentioned as like a phrase or a word itself. Yeah. But I didn't mention this specifically, so yes, that's my fault. So I'll go over it because this one I didn't like super go over. So this is advanced search, and that's because we went over advanced search right here. But just one thing I missed is when you go here to this search bar, right? Like if I want to type calculator, right? Notice how okay, I say this okay, calculate, right? So although I'm not done typing the word calculator, notice how in the bottom it shows an option of calculator, right? And also shows calculate decimals and all that good stuff, right? So the fact that it shows calculator, sorry about that. The fact that it shows calculator here, that's the advanced search, and that's what tells you it's like the search is assuming what you want to type or what you want to say before you type everything. So sometimes it's long to type everything, so it gives you below these, it's called advanced search, where it types the word for you, and if you just click it, then it takes you without you having to complete the whole thing. So yeah, that's what you call advanced search, and I guess I didn't go over that. So it says which feature is shown in this image. So because among this, the feature that's shown is advanced search, where it shows you waterfalls, waters in NC and all that. This is called auto search. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, maybe it was. Oh, that is actually my bad. It's not auto search. This is autocomplete. I think I was thinking of something else. So when you have right? Since you didn't finish the word, right? It completes the word for you. So sorry, that's what I meant. It completes the word for you. So it has calculator instead of calcul. That's why it's autocomplete. That is my bad. Sorry if I confused you guys with that. But yeah, that is it completes it for you. So it's autocomplete, not advanced search. Advanced search is what we went over, and then autocomplete is where it autocompletes the word for you. It completes the word for you without you having to say everything. Okay. Sorry, that is my fault. All right. Let me open. Oh. Okay. So here, next question. So true or false? It's a 50-50% chance question. So to get better results, search results, you should complete questions like how to connect the game console to TV. So what should we? What is it true or false? So here, I'll give you guys a moment to think about it. And let me read it one more time. So to get better search results, you should use complete questions like how to connect a game console to a TV. So in this case, it's asking you to get better results, you need to put these things that you want to search into as a question form, right? So how to connect this or how to do this. But like I said, you don't have to be, sometimes most of the time you need to be specific, but you don't have to format it in a way you're so formal. So when you ask for a question about how to connect the game, you could just say game connection to console. You don't have to write this whole phrase. So that's why the answer to this is false. You don't have to put it in this format. Rather than that, you could make it shorter and have you ask the same thing. So that'll be right for this case. Another true or false question. Second to last question. You guys are almost there. Just because a website paid to post an ad doesn't mean it's the best or the most reliable source. So ads we haven't went over, but when you open like websites, there are a lot of websites where there are ads. So in this website there isn't, but if I go to like okay, well, there are some pop-up ads that you get when you go on websites. And a lot of them it's related to your church not church your search history, but that's like a different topic, a whole new different topic, so it's going to take me a while to explain that. So basically a website paid to post an ad doesn't mean it's the best for most reliable source. This answer is true, and that's because it does, the fact that it has an ad, it doesn't mean it's the best or most reliable source. Like a lot of websites have ads, and it's just ads because like they get sponsored. It kind of leads to a whole new topic, but it's not because it's the most reliable. It has nothing to do with credibility. And remember how when I was talking about credibility as our last topic, like look at the URL, check the publication date, read the summary. It had nothing to do with like website being paid to have an ad for credibility, right? Like it said, and nowhere here said ad. So just remember that it's just these three that you need for credibility in most cases. So know that ad doesn't affect its credibility or reliability of the source. And our last question is, the tools function allows you to refine your search by choosing a specific size or color of an image, for example. So this one you guys should all know because I went pretty in depth with this. But if you don't know, you also have a 50-50 chance. So for this one, it will be true. And going over this again, go over it. We went over tools right here. So use tools size large. Remember when we click here, the tools blue section, if we click tools, it's going to turn blue and it's going to show us the size. And here they choose large, color, type, anytime, whatever. So it gives you all this stuff. So we shall submit that. You see results. So we got 4 out of 5 questions right. One was my bad. I'm sure you guys would have got it right. And that was just my mistake. But yeah, that is it for the quiz. So I'll give you guys a moment to just like to consume everything that you guys got today. I can just review this last part. So just remember like the key things. The credibility, just remember these two. Look at the URL, publication date, summary. Remember those. And remember how to search, just the basics of searching, opening Google on your in your browser, entering, and being specific. Then let me see if I have anything else to go over. And then remember translation as well. This is the domain specific research.edu.gov and .org. Image search. I guess this is like one of the fun ones. And then news videos. Okay, so just to end off class today, I'll go over the homework. So, you guys have 6 homework assignments. So, since you guys have a bit of time to do it, this is, you guys can do like 2 a week and you guys will be fine. So, basically, the first one is classroom problem solving. So, the task is to use Google to find creative activity resources or free worksheets for next week's lesson. So this is using a Google search. I won't tell you guys too much, but examples: elementary math worksheets, history project ideas. So please submit these. Submit the most useful links along with a brief description of your source, and make sure to submit this in your homework section, so that we can check if you guys did it or not. And then the second one is preparing a debate. This is with the first one, but preparing a debate topic. So you guys can read here for more information. And then your next homework is short answer quiz. So you just have to, we want you guys to answer these questions, right? And you will get these answer to these questions by searching it on Google. So make sure to do that. And then third one is long answer quiz. You're going to solve difficult questions. So why is the sky blue? You're going to use Google to find the scientific explanation and summarize your findings. And then please include your source and all that within, but more detail here. And then this is another question you have to answer. So this is the third homework assignment. And then the fourth one is real world challenge. So you're going to choose one of the 2 tasks. You're not going to do both. You're just going to choose one. And then from these 2, choose one, and then just make sure to read the task well and complete accordingly. Fifth one is sharing useful sources. And then information to the task is in the bottom. And then your last homework assignment is the collaborative assignment. So you're going to form teams of 2 and work together to complete this assignment. This is like a group project, kind of like group work. So choose your people wisely, I guess. But yeah, form groups of 2, and then you guys are going to work on this assignment. So you're going to research global education trends on Google, and then you're going to research regarding that, and then propose 3 new lesson ideas by next class that we have. But other than those 6 assignments, make sure to post them in the homework section of Discord. But other than that, I think that should be it. Just wait a little bit for 1 second just to make sure. Let me just make sure this is it. Yeah, so we'll send you guys these slides, and then you guys will be able to access the homework here. But yeah, other than that, we should be good. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that is it for today's class. So if you guys have any questions, you guys can feel free to ask in the Q&A chat. But other than that, you guys are free to go.